awful things circulating right now that, man, if you're even on the fence, don't watch it. It's not worth it. It's not worth putting that in your brain.
Zampella,
There's
okay.
just awful things out there circulating.
I was saying it wrong, my bad.
Jeff seemed rocked by it yesterday. I wonder if he honors him his upcoming June Summer Game Fest. Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeff posted that video. I mean, he's known him for a long time. You know? I remember...
Yeah, R.I.P. to Zampella, for real. I heard that he was involved with a lot of Call of Duty shit, for real. Can a Sony fan chat and tell me what the fuck is going on with Sony? Because I'm not buying your game. Damn, right? Someone's just talking that shit, right? Shout out to B-Dog, for real. Rock Wolf says, yeah, I heard he crashed. It's Ferrari. Damn. Yeah, I heard that it was bad. I'm not even trying to see it. Very sad.
The guy that sent me the invite to the Destiny 2 premiere, and then when I went to the Destiny 2 premiere, he took me and Dado and...
Oh, wow. Now he's bringing up Destiny 2 premiere. I wonder how this is going to end.
Some other creators out to dinner. Like, we went and got, like, a steak dinner. They're Activision's treat. On Activision's dime...
Oh, the good old days. You got a steak dinner.
We all go out to dinner. So I've been through the whining and dining of a publisher before. He seemed like the nicest guy. He was a...
So then why do you talk about people who get perks, right? Why do you try to call them out? Is it because you're jealous that you don't get that treatment anymore? He created COD 6. Oh, damn. Yeah, I've heard that he is a legend for real, man. Very sad what happened.
Good looking guy too. Like, you could tell.
Yeah, I heard that it was bad, right? Very sad.
He was going to go places in the CM environment, the community management environment. Like, he just had the look and the vibe. He could take the brunt of criticism. He was laid back. You know, he was a super friendly guy.
Why are we talking about some random guy that you met at a Destiny 2 meeting? I thought that we were talking about Vince Zampella, right? Trying to make sure I'm saying his name correctly, right? Like I said, I kind of cut into the discussion, but he was sitting here talking about how, you know, driving reckless is always bad. Avoid doing that, which I do agree with, right? But just listen to how he twists it. It makes it about him crazy.
I don't know when this was, a year or two ago. He took his own life, just randomly. Nobody knew why. Nobody knew what was going on. He just tweeted about it. And then that was the end of it. Nobody ever heard from him ever again. And it's like, I remember that, like, that hit me really hard. Not because I knew him personally, because, like, I met him and everything seemed totally fine and normal. He seemed like such a great guy.
And don't get me wrong, like, I do think this is sad, but I think it's kind of different than what happened to, Vince, right? Completely different. Like, I don't know why you brought that up, but when you see what he's trying to spin it, then I guess we kind of can get to why he does it, right? Just listen to this.
With this huge, career ahead of himself. He was young. He was younger than me. And then you see, Vince Zampella, and it's like, what a turn in your career that you just had. And to throw it all away,
That is sad.
And he didn't throw it all away voluntarily.
Hey, what up? It's a hard nug life. Said about a week ago. I ain't heard that shit in a long time, man. Shout out to you, man. He said, "What up, Six? I'm back and off work. Hey, I'm glad you put that work in, right? Oh, pause, right? You already know what time it is. Also, Lamar Wilson dying. Yeah, very sad. Yeah, and Max City Entertainment. So off topic. Yeah, but look at what he's trying to conjure up. Then you'll see.
Like this guy did. This guy got to a dark place or something. Whatever it is that got him there. This was just reckless. Like, I'm going to go drive on a strip of road that is known for taking lives. Like,
yeah,
it's just awful.
Yeah, I do think the two things are different. So it's interesting that you brought that up.
Just awful. Let it be a lesson to all of us to not do that sort of thing. It's never worth it. You know what I mean?
I do agree with that.
Jumping off a garage for a clip, or messing around next to a train, or goofing around in your car. It's never worth it. It isn't.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
For a moment, and then that moment could have permanent ramifications. Yeah, you never know what people are going through, man. Check on your homies. Check on your homies, man.
Okay. Yeah, sadly, that is true. Sadly, the lesson is never learned. Yeah, I mean, I've never been the type of person to want to drive fast. Hell no, right? Does he do coke? Who knows, right? Who knows? No comment. But yeah, I mean, I've never been the type of guy to drive fast. That's just not me, right? So, you could something happen to you driving slow, Now listen to this.
Why a while ago, they all made fun of me for saying it, but I was like, y'all think this salt content's funny. It's not going to be funny when you push somebody too far. I mean,
Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you talking about salt content. Where did salt content? I was wondering why you were taking it down that avenue, right? Everybody was wondering, but that's why. So you could bring up salt content and play the victim and make it about yourself. Okay, right? Like, okay, like I said, I seen this move coming.
it affects people.
Like, how the fuck did we get on the topic of you?
To be mocked and made fun of and misrepresented constantly, like, it affects me. And I'm probably in the best mental place of my life, and it'll still mess with me. It'll still give me, a sense of, there's PTSD because of the trauma that I went through of practically being, losing my house and everything. And it's like, you feel like that's happening again.
Oh, what happened, Lono, right? Is that why you've been begging so heavily? How the fuck did we get here? Oh, because Lono makes everything about himself, right? Even other people dying in, like, car accidents and shit like that. He makes everything about himself and what happened to him with Destiny. You didn't know? This is, like I said, this was the morning seething coffee, right?
The mental strain it takes to, like, ignore hate. It's, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, you're a victim. You're playing the victim, and this is just criticism. No, it's not. No, it's
yes,
not.
It is.
They
Oh, yes, it is. I'm so glad he said the quiet part out loud.
The mental strain
Listen to this shit.
to, like, ignore hate. It's, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, you're a victim.
Yeah, victim. The victim. Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes. Yeah, playing the victim 1,000%.
No, it's not. Everybody thinks it's funny until somebody gets too low, and then they're not here anymore.
Oh, hush.
It's happened to plenty of content creators.
Oh, hush. This is what I'm saying. This is so weak of you to even bring this type of stuff up, man. People do that stuff. I don't even want to talk about it, but people do that for numerous reasons, right? I mean, this is just cringe. And it's funny, I don't want to hear anything from you, right? Because I got these tweets pulled up just for this moment, because it's funny that you say that, Lono, right? Because you stay trying to make it seem like you're not toxic, right? But you guys, shout out to everybody who's been watching me for a minute. I'm so glad I was able to find these tweets, right? This was Porter Rock, right? Saying, I think he did a little research on me and now realizes who the fuck I am. Yeah, bitch, I'm him. You wanted my attention, right? Now you got it. Don't run now. You thought I was locked inside with you? No, bitch, you're locked inside with me. Now, granted, this was, to provide more context, this was all over Game Pass, right? Because Porter Rock wanted to take a low blow and say that Sir Bruv had to choose between Game Pass or fucking feeding his kids on some lame shit. When anybody with common sense understood that he was just saying that he likes to save money to help provide for his family, something very simple, right? But I don't think Lono would understand that, because all he does is beg for a living. And look who we see underneath here, front and fucking center, folding like a lawn chair. 717 people seeing this shit, right? And look at this shit, right? And shout out to this guy right here, C. Carter, right? He says, your grifting ass has the nerve, while Alex is constantly bending your hypocritical lying ass over and spanking you over and over again. Damn. All right, shout out to Max City Entertainment. He says Reforge has never been through shit. Fake grievances. Yeah, he just wanted to make it about himself, and it's so pathetic, right? That's why I'm so glad that I saved this, right? Just look at this shit. So you definitely have no problem with toxic shit. You don't have a problem with toxic shit at all. You engage in that shit, right? You're all for it. You were right here throwing fuel to the fire, right? I'm glad that I bookmarked it, right? Let me put this back over to the side, right? Because you're going to be playing the victim a lot. Also, we also have this one. If that one doesn't convince you, right? If that one doesn't convince you, then look at this one, right? Look at this one. Ayo, I ethered this bitch right out of Twitter. So I guess Sir Bruvian was going through some shit. I don't know. I don't want to speak for another man. I don't know what he had going on. But either way, Sir Bruvian got off of Twitter, right? He didn't want to be bothered with the shit, and I don't blame him, right? Because these niggas were lame. They were taking shit too far. They were just being weird about the shit, right? So Sir Bruvian got off of Twitter because of the bullshit that was happening with the whole situation that I showed you. And look who we fucking see right here. Shout out to It's a Hard Nug Life. Right? Shout out to It's a Hard Nug Life, man. Shout out to him, man. The pack is growing for real, for real. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, bad forever. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to It's a Hard Nug Life. But it's so funny because look who you see. You see Reforge fucking Gaming underneath this shit. Putting a fucking meme. And mind you guys, October 12th, you guys can look this shit up. This was a Sunday, by the way. This was a Sunday at 8:45 a.m. So, like, this little church boy shit that you try to fucking pull, miss me with it, dog. You are a toxic individual. You love getting on that shit. You just hate when it comes back to bite you in your ass. That's when you like to play the fucking victim. And you're pathetic for trying to use this as a way to cope with the shit that you got going on, right? Yeah, not on a church day. 1,000% on a church day. The people who've been watching me for a minute know I pulled this up. I went over this on a Sunday night stream. Like, buddy, you're just chicken shit, right? That's all that it is. And you don't want people to laugh at you for being the little begging bum that you are, right? But let's go ahead and hear you cope some more in this seething coffee shit, right? I'm so glad that I saved these screenshots because I just knew. You can go back to the stream when I pulled this shit up. I just knew that they would come in handy. And I said exactly. I said, I don't ever want to see him crying about toxic shit. He's a very toxic individual, right? And the funny thing is, nigga gets toxic over PlayStation. Just a cringe ass old man, right? Console warring, just a loser.
You never know where someone's at, and you might be the push they need.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not doing it on the Lord's Day of all days. Oh yeah, that's exactly what he was doing at 8:45 a.m. Couldn't even get a cup of fucking Reforge roast, right? Couldn't even fix a cup of you know what he says, right?
I like sausage in the morning.
He didn't even have time to get any sausage in the morning. Was right on Twitter fucking console warring, right?
To be like, you know.
Reforge Gaming is Tom from the Boondocks. Hey, Tom from the Boondocks clears this nigga.
Not worth it anymore.
Right? That nigga had a job.
So, Hating 23, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it very, very much. 32 months. Like... Yeah. I don't think it would ever do that to me. Yeah. I'm more concerned about...
Then why are you making it about you then?
People that I don't know. Like...
Sure you are.
You know what I'm saying? You never know how low somebody is. Like that CM. And to me, it's like... The dollars to donuts, this gets clipped and they say I'm making it about me. I'm not even...
Yeah, and that's exactly... Yes, dollars to donuts. That's exactly what you're doing. And yeah, it got clipped. That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's so funny. They love to do this. They love to say, I promise this is going to get clipped. Like, they say this stupid shit. They play the victim, and they know exactly what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. They feed the machine, but they just have no self-control, right? Playing a victim is just all that he knows.
Thinking it about me. I'm saying you don't know how low somebody is. Like, I can weather it. I've been doing this.
Oh, okay. Who didn't know that, nigga? Like, why are you bringing this up? What does this have to do with what happened to Vince, right? Yeah, dollar to donuts. What the fuck? I know he's just a goofball.
Long enough to be like,
why are we talking about this in the morning coffee, right? It's Christmas week. Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, that's fine. But just the incessant
Sigmas Friday is where it's at. Oh yeah, you already know.
Need to, you know, to just rip into people and to say terrible things about them. It's like, man, you better hope you're never...
I'll shut your punk ass up, right? And I'm so glad that I put this over in the corner, right? Shut your ass up, nigga. Because like I said, all I'll pull up is this. And I'm pretty sure there's probably more of this. But you were sitting here saying, folding like a lawn chair, right? Folding like a lawn chair. Shout out to this guy. He called your ass out. Your gripped ass has the nerve. He called your ass out. But man, you are something else, Solono, right? For you to get up here and play the victim like you don't sit here and be on that toxic shit, it is so funny, dog. You know what I mean? Plus, I heard you commented under the King Thrash debate with what's it called? You watch King Thrash's videos, like, dude, you're into that toxic shit too. You like you're just a pussy.
You are never the final spark required for somebody to be like, I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Like,
okay.
I don't know. What Kai said makes sense. He's going through depression as a content creator also.
Yeah.
You can find...
Yeah, as usual, Lono throws stones and hides his hands. And it's funny because anybody who really knows what's going on with him and Sir Bruvian bodied his ass. Bodied him with a quick resume bullshit that he tried to put out, right? Because he was coping that Sir Bruvian, I guess, was doing so well talking about quick resume. You know, you can't have a positive video about Xbox, dude, right? So this nigga started coping, and Sir Bruvian shut his ass up. So of course he's gonna sit there and, you know, fondle fucking Porter Rock shit because he's going after the guy that he dislikes, right? He's a pussy like that.
Do content constantly.
Yeah, you guys remember the whole quick resume fiasco shit.
And the thing that blew my mind about Kai is that there were so many people that were so unreceptive. They acted like he couldn't have mental problems because he's successful and wealthy. And it's like, what? It's like, have you ever seen, like, what celebrities do to themselves and what celebrities are...
I think people had a problem with what Kai was saying because in the video he was like, I have a website where I'm going to be linking all this stuff. The first people that get in there are in there. Hurry up. You know, I think people were just upset that he like linked a web page to it with it. I don't know. Who really cares? Why is he talking about Kai Cenat now?
You know, the rate at which celebrities are like, yeah, I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Oh yeah, we're gonna try an experiment. We're gonna try the new.
Yeah, it's no secret who sounds more down to earth and who comes off as a pompous and out of touch. Bruvian kicked this loser's ass easily, felted him easily.
We're gonna try the new method. We are going to include Member Plus in the goal this week because that's how it's going to be in the new year.
Listen to this. Now we're getting into the Begonomics, right? I want to make sure you guys know this. It's very important.
So let me do a membership check.
Membership check.
Plus and above before I add them all.
Membership check. Yeah, do a membership audit, right? And let your audience know about it.
Oh, it's 448. There we go. It's higher.
It's higher. There we go.
Okay.
Boom. Boom.
And I'm going to go 448 there.
Explain the Begonomics, Lono. What does that mean?
Either. Yeah, whether it's Kai or me or the way that people treat Darkside Phil.
Oh.
It's like, you guys all think it's fun.
The way people treat who?
Or me or the way that people treat Darkside Phil. It's like...
You know, it's funny that you bring him up because when you got brought up, this is what he had to say.
What's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
What's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is, right? Funny that he brings up Darkside Phil. Is he defending DSP? Yes, he is.
Yeah, whether it's Kai or me or the way that people treat Darkside Phil, it's like, you guys all think it's fun and games until one day you're going to wake up and there the headline sits, you know, that some creator ended it all because you wanted to get your ad revenue off of hate. It's like...
Oh, shut up, nigga. You get your ad revenue off of begging, and you've talked shit. You've talked more shit than most of them. All right? Like I said, but then you just turn around and play the victim afterwards, right? Don't get me started about your fucking editor, your little pussy-ass editor who is sitting here talking about his backhand itching and shit, right? Don't even get me started about that loser that you have underneath your thumb. Like, you guys love talking shit. You really like it, but then you want to turn around and play the victim. Like, you're ridiculous.
Man.
Yeah, of course he calls him by his full name. Yeah. Now listen to this.
To make a living. I don't... Okay.
I say the same thing about you begging, Lono. I guess we're just on the opposite sides of the fence, right?
The guy's a kid who blew up really fast.
Who gives a fuck?
If you look at fame and what it does to people, and like you get surrounded, sometimes you get surrounded by bad people. I mean, if you look at what happened to like Justin Bieber. You know.
Yeah, Justin Bieber, dude. Shout out to Rock Wolf. Lono looks like a Vegeta's gay older brother in Iowa. Shout out to Rock, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. Shout out to you, dog. For real, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Rock Wolf. If you're out here deleting your you know what, right? I got to be careful, Dutta. And you're a grown-ass man. You're not long for this world. Grow up. Hey, listen.
You sound like you are a male feminist.
I agree 1,000%, right? Get the fuck off the internet. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. He's just a little girl, right? Even Sap pulled up, who the fuck is this guy on Reforge? Yes, even DSP, right? I think that's what you meant to say. Even DSP, right? You guys know I put it on the soundboard.
What's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is, right?
Britney Spears.
Why are we talking about Britney Spears?
I think fame and money is all they need for happiness, and it's like, man,
I mean, you could have fooled me as much as you be begging. All right, it seems like that's all you need for your success, right?
Man, if only you knew.
As you sit here, double membership gold up, right? You got your member plus in today's goal, right? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, DSP is a goofball, man.
Wasn't it Jim Carrey that said he wished everybody could be as successful as him, so that they could all know that it's not worth it, or something like that, some phrase like that. Raphael McCoy with 19 months in the VIP. Thanks for all the content. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, man. Let me add you to the total.
Yep.
I'd love to see you and Darkside Phil do some collab, like you being on the Level 1 podcast.
What?
What's the Level 1 podcast? I don't think.
Oh my God. See, now I get to bring it full circle, and I've been waiting to show you guys this shit, right? This is what I mean when I say that these guys share a fucking audience. So now we have Darkside Phil, right? And I can bring this up on the screen. So now we have Darkside Phil's audience asking DSP for an interview with Reforge. And then we have Reforge audience asking for an interview with DSP. And I think they are destined to clash. I mean, they both make the same content. Right? They're both the same age, just sitting around LARPing, pretending to game, right? While begging for super chats. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if Lono's on level 1. I don't think Lono can be on level 1, right? But look at this shit. They are both locals. Yes. Look at this shit. I think you should collab with Reforge Gaming and talk games. I'm telling you guys, right? I can't say this 100% for a fact, right? But this is my hypothesis, right? And you guys see I'm doing the groundwork. I think these guys share a fucking audience. I wouldn't be surprised. And as you can see, they're asking for a collab, right? I think it would do numbers. I think it would reinvigorate the channel. Right? For sure.
Reforge Gaming. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is, right? Insane that this is actually happening. I'm so glad that I got to show you guys this and connect the dots together, right? Yeah, locowing, yes. And you know what the funny thing is? The whole entire stream, they would sit around and talk about how there was nothing they could do and how they did nothing wrong. Yeah, that collab would be extremely dry. Oh, there would be a whole lot of tears and seething.
I've ever heard of that.
Maybe he could give them some tips on detractors, right? And begging.
What for 84 members? Going into the new year,
okay.
This is what...
Here's the begonomics. Now listen to this. Listen to this new member goal.
The goal will look like. It's going to be a bigger goal, but we're going to include...
Yeah, it's going to be a bigger goal.
But
every person that is at Member Plus and above. So Member Plus and above. So every Monday, if you're at Member Plus and above, you're going to jumpstart the week.
Ooh.
To help us get to the goal. The point
jumpstart the week if you're a Member Plus.
Of this is to give
you money, right? That's the point of this, right? Yeah, that's the point. To give you money, right? Glad you saw it. Oh yeah, you already know.
The week to help us get to the goal. The point of this is to give a visual representation of like the more people we have at Member Plus and above, the easier the goal is to hit. So if we're sitting at 600 people, we only need 400. Like, the goal is easier when we have more people picking up Member Plus and above.
Yeah.
I hope everybody could get rich and famous and have everything they ever dreamed of so they know that's not the answer.
Yeah, nothing like a good jump start with a couple Reforge, yes.
Sure. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a freaking bullseye.
If the star of the member higher, why would they give you more? That's what I'm saying, right? The point to this is money. Yes.
money.
That's the part of it. 1,000%. Yeah, this guy does need to get a job.
You can't attach the material to the immaterial. You can't do it. Like, I can't do it.
Shut up.
It doesn't work.
I'll shut up. You don't get to talk about that type of stuff when you get up here and beg the way you do. Hush.
I say it all the time. Don't strive to be famous. Try to be wealthy.
Yeah.
It's his daily podcast.
Yeah, it's his daily podcast. Yeah, you should get on there. Look at him. He's considering it. Yeah, and I think he'd fit right in. You bum.
I mean, we're wanting to do more collabs in the future. We're trying to think of a way to bring people onto the show here, like folks that we feel
Nope. Not happening.
Why would they do that, right? On your dying show, right?
like I'd have a good banter with. I was gonna potentially be a rotating guest on the thing that Jaffe does with Gene Park.
Oh, yeah, I think you'd do good on there because we all know you're
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Yeah, he makes pretty funny jokes about Equinox being dead, right? Yeah, I remember you and David Jaffe. He would cook this nigga. That would be the funny thing about it.
Park's dealing with some health issues. I'd happily fill in anytime Jaffe needs somebody. I'd also like to have Jaffe on here regularly. I think we have good banter, and we don't agree on a lot, and I think that makes for good entertainment.
Snort.
You can't expect a 22 with those kinds of business deals and relationships and all the people. It feeds a lot of pressure.
Business deals.
To get you on Sacred Symbols.
Oh, listen to this cope. I tried. I gotta play the violin. I tried so hard to get you on Sacred Symbols. See, and I was looking for this because I told you guys, this nigga wants to be Colin Moriarty so bad. It looks like we've already got, yeah, David Jaffe is a locale. Yeah, I know. Listen, trust me. It just keeps on getting better, right? I told you this was one of the craziest morning coffees for sure, man. And he's already doing the SpongeBob lean. I know you guys are peeping that, right? Damn. Where'd I put the picture at? Oh, here it is, right? Let me pull this up, right? Because there's going to be some SpongeBob leaning going on, right? But of course, you know, there goes Alono, right? SpongeBob leaning, right? As always, right? You know what they say, time is a flat circle, right? Something like that.
I tried so hard to get you on Sacred Symbols.
Yeah.
Apparently people have tried to burn that bridge. There were people talking about the fact people will come in here and say that, and I'll be like, oh, yeah.
Brother, see, and of course, this is what I mean by DSP. Of course, it's not your fault, right? You want to get on Sacred Symbols so bad, right? But they don't want your bum ass on there, right? And of course, it's everyone else's fault, but not you, right? Wait till you see who he blames it on.
I'd love to be on with Colin. I agree with Colin.
Yeah.
And what people...
Yeah, we know you'd love to be on with Colin, right? And we know you agree with Colin.
Will then go do is they'll try to make sure that doesn't happen. So, like... Somebody remarked about that, and like,
who?
Paris Lily said, like,
oh, oh yeah, I'm surprised you said a name. Usually you play too pussy, man. Listen to this shit. Look how he said it, Paris Lily.
Somebody remarked about that, and like, Paris Lily said,
Yeah,
like, oh, I've already. He made a remark that made it sound like, oh yeah, that bridge is already burned, which sounded like either he made sure it was burned or.
Oh, no.
There was the
oh, no. Shout out to Paris Lily, man. That's my dog, right? Don't you? There you go again, coping, trying to blame other people for your failure. Right? If you work hard and you did respectable work, I think you'd be offered opportunities, right? But I think it's the fact that you beg, you run with misinformation, you just kind of run your mouth and talk about shit you know nothing about. I mean, there's just a whole bunch. You take shots at people, like you sneak diss, you're a console warrior. It's just not a good look, right? Colin doesn't want to work with you, dog, right? Funny enough, Colin would even cook Lono. I know, nobody wants to work with this guy.
Of Maddie basically saying,
yeah, damn, playing the burn bridge on Paris, that's wild work. I know, right? It's never his fault, by the way.
That they would get the bad news to soften the blow, and I retweeted it and was like, well, what the heck? Like, this isn't normal.
Yeah, and you stuck your nose in there, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys were mentioning Maddie is connected with Colin Moriarty, right? And I'm pretty sure, like I said, I thought that Maddie was an Xbox guy, but I guess I was misinformed. But yeah, so you stuck your nose in there and tried to say, oh, the Xbox is AstroTurf, right? Even though, let's just be honest, like I said, like, nigga, you don't know anything about that. You don't know Nathan about that, nigga, because you be up here dick riding PlayStation for free, right? So you don't know anything about what goes behind the scenes, but you try to put him on Front Street. So maybe that's what harmed your chances, not Paris Lily.
Well, like, that's not like a healthy, relationship or whatever. And people got really angry. And it's like, well, yeah. Maddie went from saying he was being sarcastic to saying it was normal. And it's like, well, which is it?
Okay, well, Maddie is a grown man, so I think he can handle himself, right? That's why it's funny, and you bring up his content sometimes, right? Like, leave Maddie alone, right? He doesn't want to be associated with you. Like, you're a bum.
And they probably didn't
Colin is Maddie's boss. Yeah, I heard that.
Appreciate that because he's a part of Last Stand Media, and I've always respected Maddie, which is why they.
Okay, so if they didn't, so why are you blaming Paris Lily then? Right, so that was just cope, right? So you pretty much spoke out and talked about something that had nothing to do with you, and that messed up your chances. I think even if you didn't do that shit, he wouldn't be wanted to be associated with you. But yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night, Lono.
The clip was so jarring to me. It was like somebody I respect and I consume their content just admitted to this? Like, huh? Like, I was like, that's not normal, and you shouldn't think that it's normal. You should not think that it's normal.
How would you know what's normal?
That a company that size is giving you bad news ahead of time so you can soften the blow. That you should feel disrespected.
Oh, so you stepped in and you tried to tell another man how he should feel. And you don't see why that blew up back up on you, right? Rock says, Maddie is a Bethesda guy at heart, and once Xbox bought them, he kind of drifted to the ecosystem, but he was never really an Xbox guy. Okay, all right. So, yeah. Minakata saying, Maddie is a corpo bot. Damn.
that like their access that they grant you and that in your connection to
Max said he ain't no bot. Listen, yeah, I trust you guys for sure.
them is used in that way. Like you as a creator should feel disrespected.
That you did, Miguel. Glad that you're here, man. Glad that you made it in time.
You shouldn't feel like that's normal. Like Microsoft and Xbox have totally used content creators over the years to create just a lot of obfuscation and a lot of the relationship just wasn't healthy. Okay.
Yeah. Imagine telling another grown man how he should feel, right? You sound like, literally.
You sound like you are a male feminist.
This was just your way of serving up Xbox bad. That's what I'm saying. You wanted to talk about another man and how he should feel, right? It's just sad, right? Oh, yeah, don't worry. We know, bro.
And I think me drawing attention to it, like they probably got pretty upset about that. But it's like, you said it publicly on a podcast. Like we were all just supposed to be like, no, yeah, that's totally normal for one of the biggest companies and biggest publishers in the world to reach out to creators and give them the bad news first so they can soften the blow. Like you said that you run PR for them. Like what? I don't know how there was no.
Yeah, but what did that have to do with you, Lono? Right now, don't get me wrong, right? I be talking a lot of shit, right? But you know, at least I know that I'm talking shit, right? Why don't you just stand on business and say that you were talking shit? You threw your hat in the ring. It had nothing to do with you, right? But you gave your opinion, right? And that's just what it is, all right? Machine says, I mean, to be fair, Maddie does an Xbox show weekly for years now. I knew he had some type of Xbox affiliation, right? I mean, I don't know, right? It's not up for debate. It doesn't really matter. But all I'm saying is he should have spoke on that shit. Like I said, I think it's very weird that he's telling another man how he should feel. Colin Moriarty owns that Last Stand Media. This company owns Maddie Show. The Dukes is a publisher of the video games Maddie makes or has in development. Hey, listen, shout out to Maddie, man. I know he be working and everything. I don't have any issues with him, man. But apparently Reforge was concerned about him, and I don't think he was concerned about him at all. I think it was just a way for him to do Xbox bad. That's
no
all.
other way to interpret the comments is like I'm sorry that people didn't like me drawing attention to it, but
yeah, okay, yeah, you drew attention to something that had nothing to do with you, right? Like you have a decent sized channel, a decent sized following, right? You're the main person who talks about like sicking people's audience or whatever. You drew attention. You made something bigger than what it had to be. That was negative. That was something that you probably shouldn't have done.
I wasn't attacking you. I didn't make content about you. I didn't misrepresent you. I literally retweeted a clip that to me was pretty alarming. It was like, okay.
Yeah, you did
Imagine
nothing
if
wrong.
I would have said that when I was covering Destiny. Yeah, you know, Bungie reaches out and tells us the bad news first so we can soften the blow. Everyone would have been like, my entire integrity would have been called into question.
Oh, brother, you have no integrity.
They'd have been like, so you're spinning the bad news, you're softening the bad news, you're trying to keep people calm, you're doing PR.
Yes, Reforge is never wrong. Yes.
For Bungie, people would have been upset about that. That should not have been handled.
Yeah, every company does this. That's what I would have thought.
That entire situation got what they do is they turn the situation.
Yeah, that's what influencers are for. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to speak. I'm not trying to sneak this or nothing. But I thought that he was an Xbox guy. I thought they were sending him shit, right? I thought that he was getting stuff. He was getting sent stuff. Like, I thought he was cool with Ekbach, right? I mean, I don't know.
Around and they turned me into the villain, and I was like, I'm not the villain here. I didn't do anything wrong. It was a clip from a podcast.
Oh, let's hear that one more time. Let's hear that. We know. Listen to this.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong.
It was a clip from a podcast that completely said,
know.
You said something that is not healthy. That's not healthy.
Hey, Lono's weed pin was the villain. Hey, on that note, right, let me hit the pitch a bit.
Should not have the press or YouTubers given bad news so they can soften the blow. Because what you're doing is you've almost got this unspoken quid pro quo where it's like you want access, you know, this is part of the access. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
My bad, coughing up a lung there. Minikata, what he is talking about is Maddie. I guess he mentioned in a clip that sometimes Xbox will tell him bad news and he'll soften the blow, tell it to his audience, right? And Lono got involved because there was a clip of him saying that, tweeted about it, I guess made it bigger than what it had to be, So now he's crying that this is the reason why he's no longer got a bridge to be on Colin Moriarty's show, right? Yeah, I'm getting hard countered. Yeah, that Benjamin is hitting.
Days though, like these clip snipers and these people, it's like they turn everything into a fight and a squabble and drama, and it was a simple tweet. Like it sounded like astroturfing to me.
Yes, exactly. You called him out for astroturfing. You pretty much called him like a mouthpiece indiscreetly and said, oh, you should do better. You should not be okay. You pretty much said that he's being taken advantage of by Microsoft. Slightly, right? Like you're a fucking goofball, right? While you sit up there and beg for PlayStation for free, right? But you got problems with everyone else. They're on the inside, they get the perks and whatnot, and you're on the outside seething about it.
I don't know what else to call that. He broke Dragon Age embargo. I don't know.
Oh shit, Minikata says rare Lono W. Hey, I know Minikata, he does not like anybody who gets sponsorship. I mean, I know people feel how they feel about people who get stuff from like companies and everything. I mean, it is what it is, right? I don't care, right? It doesn't, especially if they let it be known, you know
what you're talking about. I don't remember that. I still watch his content. I think he makes good content. I think he's a trustworthy guy. I think him admitting that speaks to his character because he didn't think anything about admitting that. I think that was what got...
I mean, if it doesn't bother him, then why are you getting involved? This is what I'm saying. You're trying to tell another man how to feel.
Loss in the shuffle.
It's odd.
The fact...
And let's just be honest. It was just you doing the ekbakabad.
That he admitted that speaks to his character. He's honest. He's just telling you what's going on. Right? He
literally Reforge AstroTurfs for PlayStation daily. Yeah, that's all he does.
Wasn't trying to hide it or something, and I think that speaks to his character. I think his coverage of like Xbox's brand shift has been excellent. He's not pulled his punches. He talked about how Phil and Sarah, they always duck and cover when the bad stuff comes out. He called it cowardly. I'm like, he could be right now burning bridges and losing access because he's being pretty critical of Bethesda and Xbox and Microsoft, and I really respect it. Like I took that situation I did not take that as an opportunity to criticize him. It was like,
okay, Rock says, to be fair, Xbox gives things to everybody. Even Alex gets stuff from Xbox, and he kills them all the time. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like I said, I don't see an issue with it, especially if people say that they're doing it, right?
You just admitted to something that should not be taking place, and you're either just so bought in thinking like this is normal. They just tell us.
Yeah, just go ahead and say it. You think that he's naive, right? Even though you're not in the position that he's in, you're not seeing the level of success that he's in, you're going to speak about how he should handle his business affairs, right?
What's going on, and that's something that you should not be a part of, right? There, at some level, they're abusing the relationship. You're not doing anything wrong. They're giving you information ahead of time, and what the frick are you...
Yeah, Maddie, this is straight from Lono. They're taking advantage of you, dude.
You're supposed to do with it? Like, go out and do a hit piece on them? Of course you're not going to do that. That would be in really bad form. They wouldn't, you're basically going to burn your relationship with them if you do that. So
okay, so you're pretty much saying that he's in pocket with them.
They're manipulating you to a certain degree. Like
exactly. They're manipulating you, and you wonder why these guys want nothing to do with you.
They're giving you bad news, so then what are you supposed to do? Well, you're going to sit on it and be like, well, people are going to be pretty upset about this. And obviously, if you're a positive person, you're going to try and make that like, hey, guys, it's not that big of a deal, or whatever the case may be. I think him admitting it spoke to his character. The unhealthiness in the situation has nothing to do with him as a person. It's something that Microsoft fostered over the years as a manipulative way to like leverage creators and to get them to go out and say things and do things.
Yeah, Lono is trying to talk his way out of this crap not happening. Yeah, he's trying to literally play the victim.
And to run damage control for them. So, more than likely,
Yes, Maddie needs to listen to Lono. He hits his membership goals, literally.
That bridge is burned. They probably think I'm some Xbox-hating, grifting pony who, went after Maddie. And it's like, that's not true,
I mean, you kind of went after his character and said, hey, man, they're just using you and taking advantage of you. That's pretty much what you said.
There are so many things that transpired this year that to me it's just beyond belief. It's like 2020 all over again. It's like,
Oh, of course, right? Did you just hear this shit? Listen, and mind you, this is the morning coffee. This is supposed to be like a Frickness morning, and this nigga's just throwing a little pity party.
not true. There are so many things that transpired this year that to me it's just beyond belief. It's like 2020 all over again. It's like,
Oh, what happened in 2020?
people are mad at me about things I never said. You know, Paris and his buddy Pena. They think I said something
And stop talking about Paris, man. There you go, name
I
dropping.
never said because they saw a clip on Twitter that they didn't watch. It's like
Oh.
I did.
They watch the clip, right? And sometimes he stops by and gets all my context, right?
It's remarkable. It's remarkable. I think the thing that shocks me the most is how much creators fall for it. Like, you would think content creators in this space would know there's an entire meta of, like, misrepresenting people.
But you don't get
You know
misrepresented.
what I mean? It's like there's an entire meta. So it's like, yeah, he went out.
Lono is jealous that he runs damage control for Sony and gets Nathan. Yes, I agree.
At me because he thought I said
Yeah, he really hates Paris for some reason. Yeah, I know. Here comes the Paris cope session again.
how they got their interview with Phil. I never spoke to that at all.
Yeah.
I never said.
Oh, yeah, let me guess. Another misunderstanding. This is what I mean. I feel so bad for Lono, right? I mean, this is like I said, such a sad state of affairs, right? Lono's just misunderstood, dude. No one ever understands what Lonos means when he speaks, right? So he always gets misrepresented. Isn't this just a series of unfortunate fucking events? Like, I mean, holy shit. Yeah, funds must be drying up. Back to the drama. I mean, listen. This is what I mean. It's about time he leaned into it. It's not like he does research or runs with actual news. It's all just a whole bunch of bullshit and Reddit rumors, right? He needs to lead into what he is, a lolcow.
Heard about that. I was talking about it was convenient that all the people that got to interview Phil in the wake of the interviews were running narrative.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but I just kind of said that it was convenient, right? I just kind of, I didn't say that, but I heavily implied it.
Points that were sounded like Microsoft. I said that just seems kind of weird to me.
Yeah, weird.
It just seems kind of weird to me. That's all I said.
Weird.
And it got flipped around and turned into Reforge is saying that you guys got to interview Phil because you do PR for Microsoft. And it's like, I never said that at all.
Yeah, they called
guys
your
have
ass
been in
out.
the industry a long time. That's why you got to interview him.
Yeah, they called you out and you were jelly. You're so jelly. It's salty.
You guys are a part of the group of people that they do interviews with. That's just a thing that happens. The crazy thing is I wasn't even thinking of them.
How would you know, nigga? You ain't never interviewed nobody, right? Who you interviewing on your show? David Jaffe?
When I said it, I was thinking of somebody else. That was the crazy thing about it.
Oh, yeah, but you're too pussy. You barely say names, right? He says, I wasn't even talking about them. I was talking about someone else. Yeah, you were sneak dissing. Who knows who you were sneak dissing, right? You barely say names.
You know. That was when I just decided, like, I'm just moving on from all of this. Like, I'm not going to talk about any of these people. I'm not going to talk about what they say. I pull up.
Oh, then what are we doing right now, then? Then what are we doing right now? But that's literally what you're doing right now. This is like watching DSP. I'm not going to talk about it while he's talking about it.
Their tweet, it's merely to be like, yep, this person said this, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah, implied so hard, he might as well have said it with his chest. Yeah, and not been just a sissy.
It's like, what I find,
yeah, Lono hardcore crapped on everyone who interviewed Phil, literally.
Find completely in crazy about the situation is a lot of these guys will sit and move in circles of salt farmers who pull people up on their content and call them retards and all sorts of terrible names.
I don't think I've caught you that. I think he's talking about, oh no, it's Alex. Dude, why you be stalking what they're doing? Right? Why you care where they be hanging at? He's a grown man. He can be in whatever chat he wants to be in, right? You be in King Thrash's shit. Right? And I'm so glad that I have this up, right? I don't want to hear what you look at where you be at on a Sunday, right? And you can look up the goddamn day if you think I'm lying, right? Look at where you were at. October 12th, 2025 at 8:45 a.m. Woke up in the morning, console warring on your mind, right? AK-47s, you're just up here glazing the PS5. Right? You were literally woke up at 8:45 to talk some shit, talking about some, hey, yo, I ethered this bitch right out of Twitter. You goofball, right? I don't want to hear you talk about people being toxic. This seemed like some toxic shit. And what did you do? Early in the morning, you threw your hat in the ring. You added gasoline to the fire. 183 people seen this shit and they didn't even want to interact with it, right? Because it was lame. But I'm glad that you did it, right? And the funny thing is, I don't even follow you, so I'm glad that it graced my algo, right? Because when I seen that, I said, oh, he better never get up here and try to play victim, right? There's no way. He's toxic. He's like a guy in his fucking 40. He participates in console warring behavior. Never, Shinzo. I'm gonna need you to relax.
And they think that's totally fine. And like,
it is.
I get critical.
It is. They can hang out wherever they want.
Of something that I clearly think is unhealthy in the industry, or I point out something and like I'm the villain. It's like, oh, that seems
No, you're not the villain. You're just a low-cow beggar.
kind of weird. That seems like hypocrisy. It seems like you're totally okay with people being made fun of and attacked and vilified in content. But like if someone
Yes, his morning coffee is morning coffee, correct.
disagrees with your tweet, that's a problem. Like, okay. I don't know. The last two times I've had it out with people, or people have gotten really angry at me, that's all I've done. I pull up their tweet, I read it, and I disagree.
Yeah, let me guess. Yeah, you did nothing wrong. We know, Lono.
And then I'm like a villain, and like, oh, it's how he says things. It's like, what do you mean? Like, you guys sit and call people names and insult people and call them terrible things and basically sick your audiences on folks. And it's like, I pull up a tweet and read it and reply to it.
Yeah, all he did was just pull up a tweet, read it, and reply to it. Like, dog, that's all he did, right? Oh my god, this guy is so full of shit.
And that's bad. Like, oh,
Oh, poor Lono.
I don't know.
Like I said, poor Lono. He's just misunderstood, dude.
Oh. It's like rules for thee and not for me, I guess.
From this guy.
It doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's why I never wanted to get into that react meta of like, if I react to somebody's content, I'm respectful. I pull it up. I don't even leave it paused on a stupid face, because we all make stupid faces when we're talking, and then
Oh my god.
you sound like you are a male feminist.
So now when you're doing reaction content, you can't even pause it and on a stupid face. Like, you just sound goofy, dog. Yeah, but you do, though. Yeah, I know he does react to
All of a
content.
sudden you freeze it and you're like, oh, and you look stupid. Like, I don't ever do that. I don't even let that happen in the content that I do, you know? But it's like, I never wanted to get in that meta of like ridiculing people and calling them names or whatever, because it just gets so twisted. It just gets so flipped around.
Yeah, but you have called people names. You have, right? You love calling people mouthpieces and all that shit. You do.
So to me, it's like, if you're willing to consume that level of content, you basically are saying it's all fair. Everything's fair game, right? Everything's fair game. If you consume that level of content.
Okay, well, you consume King Thrash's content. So is everything fair game?
And you think that level of content is okay, then everything's fair game. There are no rules.
Yeah.
Everything's off. There's no.
Yeah, Lono Burnell did nothing wrong. Exactly.
There's nothing's off limits. You know what I mean? It's like nothing's off limits. If you consume that kind of content, then you should be okay with anything I say. Why am I bad?
Oh, yeah. Never forget the dollar menu gamers. Yeah, that is true, right? I mean, it's just crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, it's the internet. How soy is he? I mean, you guys see, he took what happened with Vince, right? The terrible car crash, and this is what he turned it into. He turned it into a cope session about himself.
Like, that's the thing I've never quite understood. You would think they would just be okay with everything. Would they be okay with every type of content that's out there? They would be like, yeah, that's fine. That guy is, that Reforge guy is a jerk, and that Reforge guy is arrogant and mean or whatever. And it's like, yeah, and you watch the same type of content.
Okay, and I don't see them on their podcast crying about the shit. And I don't show me where Paris Lily's playing the fucking victim. I don't see you. I don't see him crying, bitching, and moaning like you.
So what's the problem?
I also don't see him fucking begging, right? The way you be begging, right? Talking about dollar menu gamers, right? It was used as a positive. Remember? Oh yeah, exactly. He's silly, man.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there are like different brands and breeds of creator. I feel like there are creators that just want to make content and they just want to talk with other people and they just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And then I feel like there are people who their content just absolutely revolves around other people and her.
Yeah, and then there's people who put their whole entire identity around a brand on some goofy shit, right? And not only do they do that, they get up there and they beg for the whole entire stream, right? Which we'll get into, of course. There's goofy lolcows, right? Who just beg. And then they also have the nerve to try to sneak diss, right? It's crazy.
Other people. I just think it's so blatantly obvious when who you're dealing with. It's like, it's so clear. I'll pull up a video of like somebody like Black Hokage. He's been hitting my feeds lately. I love the way he reacts to people because you can tell there's no malice in it. He's having a good time. He's laughing, you know, and he never makes it personal. He's never like, he's never like vicious. Like, I think he does some of the...
Oh, but you had no problem with Porter Rock making it personal on Twitter, right? On Front Street in front of everybody. In fact, you threw in, right? You started talking shit as well. You have no problem with that shit when you watch other people's content, right? That you participate in and comment, interact with, right? I mean, all he does is beg and complain. Yes, correct.
Best, like, reactions to bad takes or... reactions to like bad takes or hot takes that I've seen. I think the way he does it is funny. It's
Black Hokage would call you a goofy broke bum, Lodo. I know he always tries to bring other people in.
Entertaining. And I never feel like he's being like a jerk. You know, like, oh man, he's just picking on a smaller creator or
one day Lono will learn the world doesn't abide to his fake principles. I mean, shit, we'll see.
Calling names or whatever. I think he does some of the best that I've seen. Because a lot of the times, if someone's going to react to content like that, and that's kind of their goal, is they're looking for like bad takes, salt takes, whatever.
Yeah.
There's usually like this thread of maliciousness to it, where like you can tell they're genuinely angry and upset and like wanting to they're wanting the other person to be, it's like it's content with intent to harm is where it sort of crosses the line in my book.
Yeah, well, too bad your book don't mean shit, right? Beggars can't be choosers, right?
And I'm like,
too bad you're just a little bum, right?
Sad thing is I actually think that kind of content can be very entertaining and very funny. I really do. I mean,
you love watching King Thrash's content.
It can be very funny. Like, I think, like, when Black Hokage does it, I think he does a really good job of making it funny and entertaining. But at the end of it, the person watching it, like, if let's say you reacted to this guy named, Steve, and Steve's watching himself, be reacted to, I think that guy can walk away and laugh from that kind of reaction.
Who gives a fuck?
Content.
Who gives a fuck? If they got a problem, they can say some shit back, right?
I think he can walk away and be like, that was pretty funny.
Who cares?
You think maybe it's the best to just stick to gaming and not even do these types of conversations or
Yeah, he thinks he is smarter than everyone, so he acts like we can't see the bullshit behind the mask. Exactly.
reactions? I think there's room for reactions. I think people like them. Like when someone has like a very elaborate video like the Arc Raiders Factions video that I reacted to, I think people like to see a creator interact with those ideas and sort of, give pushback or disagreement.
Yes, this is about money. He's blaming the salt farmers for his decline. 1,000%.
Interacted with Laura Fryer's video. She left a comment and said she appreciated it, and she appreciated kind of like what I said about Bungie, in how you're not going to be able to just like trim down and have marathon running and not generating lots of money. Like, I feel like Bungie's just too large for that. They're not some small scrappy team that can like make do with 100,000 concurrents a day or something. So she actually appreciated that. Multiple people that I have reacted to have left.
Yeah, he's sheltered. He feels safe in his bubble. I agree with that.
Comments and said they really appreciated how I reacted to their content. They enjoyed the way that I approached.
Okay, now listen to this, because he's just going to be coping, yada, 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 talking about this shit. Peep this shit, right? Not a console warrior, by the way. Listen to this shit.
More classier than another. I mean, I've seen the nonsense on Twitter. In general, I think the whole thing's tiring because the thing that I dislike the most about your flooding vids didn't go viral. Yeah, talking about my basement flooding. The thing about the console tribalism and stuff that drives me crazy is if somebody identifies as a pony and they are just
like you
out there constantly giving it to the other side. They're mocking them. They're celebrating the brand's failures. I'll say something that aligns with what that person says.
Oh, so there's a PlayStation fanboy, and your talking points just align with PlayStation fanboys. Oh, like I said, isn't this just a series of unfortunate events? He's not a PlayStation fanboy. His talking points just align with them. Isn't that interesting, right? What about the word on the street, Lono? Exactly.
Like, let's say I'm critical of something that Xbox did, right? I don't like
all the time, right?
Like something that did, I'm critical of it, and it aligns with that person. Well, what ends up happening is you get lumped in, and they're like, oh, well, you're this.
I loved in your last stream when he was looking for that 50 bob that never came. Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Because you said this, and so did this person. So because it's so tribalistic...
No, it's because you're a PlayStation fanboy. That's why you run with PlayStation fanboy talking points. You made it very clear, right? But again, nothing's ever your fault. This is just the morning cope, right?
The minute I said anything that aligned with a certain side...
Yeah, literally, what a coincidence.
I would get labeled as that side. I've literally got people in my comments on older videos thinking that I'm some kind of like a hardcore Xbox fan.
I doubt it.
Because I didn't like how people were being immediately critical of Starfield and they were comparing it to No Man's Sky. So there's a short on the channel, and I didn't like that. I was like, the game's not even out yet, and Starfield, is a very, very different type of game. It's not meant to be like No Man's Sky. To this day, I get people in the comments on that short who think I'm some, like, hardcore Xbox fan who defended Starfield no matter what.
Yeah, let's just pretend like I hate it. I know. Like, he's coping.
And it's like, no, I actually was very critical of Starfield.
Oh, yeah, we know.
But do you see what I'm saying? Because people get so entrenched, I actually think that's part of the problem. Like when you self-identify...
Yeah, it's not you, Lono. It's never you.
As a Sony pony or a Sony fan or I'm a PlayStation guy, you make it really, really hard for anybody in the space to have a nuanced conversation.
Oh, the X to down, man. That is what's up, bro. Literally pushing X to down.
Because the minute I took a stance that was against Xbox and lined up with the PlayStation guys, I got lumped in with the PlayStation guys.
Oh.
And like from that day...
Nigga, you're one of the PlayStation leaders. You were 1,000% a PlayStation guy. Like I said, a series of unfortunate events. Everything is not his fault. He just got accidentally lumped in. Oh, what a mistake, dude.
I was a grifting, dishonest pony, and it was just like...
Yes.
It was so frustrating. And again...
And an e-beggar.
Both sides share the blame. Both sides do the othering. Both sides do the labeling and the name-calling. And I think it's extremely unproductive. I think we wasted lots of time and lots of energy and lots of live streams debating with people that were either presuming about me or thought they knew what I thought, or they would come in with an agenda, or like they would come in bad faith. And
came in. Notice how everything that he's talked about, we're at 49 minutes. Everything he's talked about, none of this shit was his fault, by the way.
It was all because everybody thinks the other side is the other side, and that we can't be friends, we can't get along, blah blah blah. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. It's really, really tiring. It's like, it would have been...
Then quit console warring.
I think it would have been...
Sigs, this is the pony talking point now. MBG does it too now. They're trying to draw Xbox fans by claiming to be neutral. It's so obvious. Hey, that might just be it, right?
Fun if like...
We all know that their audience, though. We know their audiences.
We need war.
Right? That's the only thing, right?
Xbox would have stayed in the fight and had a better run this gen.
Now listen to this, right? Not a console warrior, by the way. Listen to this talking point, by the way.
It's really, really tiring. It's like... It would have been, I think it would have been fun if like Xbox would have stayed in the fight and had a better run this gen and sold way more consoles and had way more focus on their IP.
Yeah, console sales. If they would have stayed in the fight, what fight? The console war? The fight of console sales? You think that would have been exciting? Interesting. Tell us more.
And exclusives and everything else. I think that would have been
And my exclusives.
a lot more fun.
Not a fanboy, by the way.
It would have, but watching one side slowly kind of walk away from the fight is, I think, has not been enjoyable because it makes everybody on one side kind of bitter and nasty and angry, which I think they have every right to be angry as a
So now because Xbox under-delivered, now there's a whole bunch of bitter Xbox fans. And they're just bitter and angry, right? Listen to these narratives that he just says like it's nothing, and he wonders why people call him a PlayStation fanboy, right? So they're just bitter because of exclusives, right? So now it's just angry and toxic. Okay.
Consumer. But those of us that were critical and saw it coming are then turned into like, I don't even know anymore. Like, I really don't even know anymore. I don't even know which way's up in the conversation with sometimes because it's like I don't know what exactly is that people are, cheering for or hoping for.
Yeah, dude, he is just yapping. What part is he talking about? There was no fight. Yeah, it's all about PC. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Come on, you should know this.
Like I said, it's fun to see the peasants fight, right? Shout out to Hat Guy.
Shut up, you filthy peasant.
I've never seen a bitter Xbox guy. It's all ponies. I mean, I've seen like there's Crap Gamer, what's his name? Tim Dog, right? Some of the older guys, right? I was really rooting for Xbox. It's a shame PlayStation had to be so much of a quality. Literally, like he literally just runs right into like the narratives, like it's nothing, like it's clockwork. He does it autonomously. He doesn't even realize he's doing it, right? It's ultra PlayStation instinct, right? Ultra pony instinct.
It's not a thing on Twitch. It's only a YouTube thing. So it's not a thing on Twitch that people react to content and create drama and attack others. That's like literally a hallmark of Twitch. This is not a YouTube thing.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Most of the fighting and most of the trolling happens on Twitter, and then both Twitch and YouTube have entire content funnels of people.
Okay, so this happens on the internet all the time. So why are you playing the victim?
Doing that. The console warring. I mean, I don't know if I can say it. Console warring happens on Twitch, but like it's the same thing. It's just on a different platform.
I mean, it probably doesn't, right?
Yo, what's good, Lady Gamer? The only console war we should be having is consoles against PC. No, I don't.
I'll get the fuck out of here. There's no fight, right? You peasants keep on fighting amongst each other, right?
Agree with that either.
For our entertainment.
I don't agree with that either.
Not a PlayStation fanboy, by the way, right? What did I tell you?
We need war.
No way somebody in his audience just said that. What the fuck? Listen to this shit.
Yo, what's good, Lady Gamer? The only console war we should be having is consoles against PC.
Yeah, all the consoles should team up against PC, right? And your niggas would still lose,
no,
right?
I don't agree with that either. I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either, right?
With that either. Stop othering.
Yeah,
Stop
othering.
These PC Master Race guys, and it's like
you do that.
I use the language too. I do it. I say, "Oh, you PC Master Race guys," but it's like,
get your own games. Yes, nigga. This is why people think you're a PlayStation fanboy. Like, come on.
Because they come in the chat. They self-identify as PC Master Race.
Or self-identify.
You sound like you are a male feminist.
I mean, holy shit.
In my comments, and they say the wildest, craziest stuff.
And they one got you.
Oh. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, here goes the PC guy to rain on the parade. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
The level of
yeah.
It's kind of like, can we just all be about games? Like instead of the other stuff that people are about.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
you guys are nigga, first off, all your streams are about begging, right? Wait till you guys see how he started his Christmas stream. I mean, dog, come on. This is hilarious. Here comes the PC guy to tell you to stop whining over bunch hardware, literally, over the closed ecosystem box.
we need to go to the public stream. All right, I got 10 games